The Gospel according to John, chapter 5, passage 1, healing at the pool of Bethesda. After this, there was a Jewish festival, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, by the sheep gate, there is a pool called Bethesda in Hebrew, with 5 porticos. A great number of sick, blind, lame, and paralyzed people lay there, waiting for the water to move. There was a certain man there who had been ill for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had been ill for a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to get well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. While I'm coming, another steps down before me." Jesus said to him, "Get up, pick up your mat, and walk." Immediately the man became well, took his mat, and walked. Now it was the Sabbath on that day. So the Jews said to the man who had been healed, "It is the Sabbath, and it is not lawful for you to carry your mat." He answered them, "The man who made me well said to me, 'Pick up your mat and walk.'" They asked him, "Who is this man who said to you, 'Pick up and walk'?" But the man who was healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had slipped away, since there was a crowd in that place. Later Jesus found him in the temple and said to him, "Behold, you have become well. Do not sin anymore, so that nothing worse happens to you." The man went away and told the Jews that it was Jesus who had made him well. For this reason, the Jews persecuted Jesus, because he did this on the Sabbath. Let us immerse ourselves in these words and discover their meaning. In this passage from the Gospel according to John, Jesus goes to Jerusalem for a Jewish festival and visits the pool of Bethesda, where many sick people wait for healing. Jesus notices a man who has been ill for 38 years and asks him if he wants to get well. The man responds that he has no one to help him into the pool when the water is stirred. Seeing his situation, Jesus tells him, "Get up, pick up your mat, and walk." Immediately the man is healed, picks up his mat and begins to walk. This healing occurred on the Sabbath, which stirred controversy among the Jews who pointed out that carrying a mat is not permitted on the Sabbath. When they asked the healed man who told him this, he did not know who Jesus was, as Jesus had withdrawn from the crowd. Later, Jesus encounters him in the temple and advises him not to sin anymore to avoid something worse happening. The man reports to the Jews that Jesus healed him, leading to the persecution of Jesus for performing a miracle on the Sabbath. This passage illustrates how Jesus transcends the barriers of Sabbath law to demonstrate mercy and bring healing. For contemporary believers, it is a reminder of the necessity to help those in need, regardless of circumstances, and that God's grace is available to all. Thank you for being here. May God protect you. Your friend greets you from the heart.